Hi, Gibaud.com. End of August. Only one brand could present a camera at this date. Yes, that's a bit strange, but it has to be a brand that doesn't give a damn about other brands or what do other companies or other cameras. They go on their own, they have their own style. Obviously, it can be only one brand. Ricoh. Ricoh presents us the new Ricoh GR4. And GR3 was like 7 years ago, and many people who don't know Ricoh will not see any difference, but people who love Ricoh GR or use it, they will see many, and to be honest, there are many. A lot of improvement, really Japanese style in the way that it's just fine-tuning things, but fine-tuning things towards perfection. So I think they will love it. So we're going to look at these new things, new details, new features, everything in detail. So let's start. Well, I think to understand better the philosophy of Ricoh GR, the best thing is to start with a joke. It's in a restaurant, there's a Japanese man and an Occidental man, a European or American, whatever, Occidental. And then there's a mosquito. So the European guy gets a small like a racket, okay, and a spray for to kill mosquitoes. And he's like this. He finally kills the mosquito, but everyone in the restaurant is bothered because they try to breathe with all that spray. They try to they've avoided all the striking, the guy that was striking with the fly killer or the mosquito killer, and it was a real disaster. Then a second mosquito arrived, and then the Japanese guy looks at the European like this and does, and you can hear the mosquito fly. So the European look at the Japanese guy and says, ha 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 ha, he's still flying. And then the Japanese guy looks at him and says, yes, but he will no longer have kids. This is the Ricoh GR philosophy. Precision tool. Small detail, really small details in this case. This is why so many people love Ricoh GR, because they are precise tool, they go straight to the point, they do exactly what you need to do. Not everyone loves Ricoh GR. I'm not a fan of that type of camera because of the type of pictures I make, but I must admit they are really great tools. So we're going to check all these new things they've made. Many people will not see the difference, but they are there and they're important, so we're going to speak about them. So let's go for it. The philosophy of Ricoh is compacity. Oh my god, did I say compacity? Compactness. I guess it will repeat a few times in the video. Compactness, Eric. Compactness. Sorry about that. Oof, my English is getting worse and worse every day. And to be efficient. And anything that would stop this is out of question. That means that there are some sacrifices that have to be made. Sacrifice for me, sacrifice for you if you use a larger camera, but for Ricoh fans, these are not sacrifices. These are decision, optimization of what they have of their tool. What kind of sacrifice it could be for me? Well, it's not weather sealed, but Ricoh fan will tell you, well, you've seen the size of the camera, you put your hand on top of it, and that's it. If it's raining, yes. They also had dust problem that was getting into the camera. On the GR3 they already bettered it a lot, and now it's even better with a new dust cleaning, sensor cleaning inside. Even if you don't open the camera, you cannot get the lens out, there is still a sensor cleaner, so that's good. And other decision also, like they've included a video, but they decided to go to full HD only, not 4K. So I think, yeah, why not 4K in 2025? Well, the reason is simple. 4K needs, it will make the sensor hotter. That means that you need more space to have the air to circulate around the sensor. That means a larger camera, out of question. So they placed full HD video. Personally, I would never put video in this camera. For me, this is a photography camera, not a video camera. But it's still, some people need to make a small video rush and capture quickly, and they will published on social networks, so for them full HD is more than enough. So I understand the decision. I would not put any video at all, but I understand why not 4K. So honestly, these are the negative point for many. For Ricoh GR fan, they are not negative at all. They're just the right choice, okay? But still, so now let's look at the new things they've brought to this camera. By the way, if you wanted to help me, I've activated a new version of my member area. There's no video there, it's just you get a small star next to your name, answer to you with priority, but that helps me, so thank you so much. Also have affiliated links in description, please use them, that really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skylum, get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% on top of any offer they have. You still place your code, it's even cheaper for you. And with the code ERIC20 on K&F website, where you can find many photography accessories like the one of K&F Concept and more brands, get 20% discount. So use it, you save some money, and that helps me. So thank you so much. Let's carry on. Well, what's new? Well, I've counted about 22, I think, new things in this camera. 22, yeah, or 21, or wow, around 20, okay? First, you have some visible changes. There is a new switch at the top right, in the back. Then you have a new snapshot mode, not Snapchat, snapshot. And what is that? This is actually to have hyperfocal. You can decide where it will focus, 1.5 meters, 2 meters, 3 meters, for example, and now you have a quick access to this. So I think this is a good news for street photographers that love to have this to focus on a distance and then concentrate just on framing and composing without having to autofocus anything. That's good. Then they removed the wheel that was for compensation. Now there's a plus minus key that is probably more efficient. And good news for these photographers who would like to have a camera the size of my thumb. Okay, it's even smaller. 0.8 millimeter less in height and 2 millimeters less in thickness. So that's great, it's even smaller. This is what's visible. Now let's speak about the invisible. What's inside? New lens, still 28 millimeter from 2.8 to f16. Some people will think 2.8, that's not too luminous. Let's go back to the first point. Size is the priority. So 2.8 gives a small size, so this is great for these users. But the new lens has 7 elements in 5 groups with 3 aspherical lenses. Before it was 6 elements in 4 groups with only 2 aspherical elements. The idea is to get better borders, to give a really higher image quality. They've realized that what they had was good, but it was possible to improve it, so they did. New sensor. It has an APS-C backlit sensor, 25.74 megapixels, and effective is 24.24. It's a sensor by Sony. It's not new. It's new for Ricoh, but not new for Sony. So it is, yeah, it has a good reputation, this sensor. New processor, GR Engine 7. Yes, if you want a snappier camera, better autofocus, all this, you need a better engine, and they've changed it. After 7 years, so many things have improved, so it was logical. Point 4, really important, the IBIS from 3 axes, now it's 5 axes, so it's even better. You have you can move the camera any direction, you have IBIS, that's good. The starting speed is ultra fast, 0.6 seconds. Actually, it takes normally maybe 1 second before you think, I want to take this picture. So the faster this goes, the better the sooner you're ready, okay? So I think this is a good point to be really snappy, the idea of fast and efficient. So that's good. There's a new autofocus algorithm. It works better in low light, and now you can follow faces and focus on faces on continuous autofocus. In 7 years, every camera has improved their autofocus, so it was about time. That's good, but I've not tested it, so I cannot tell you if it's really better or not, but it's announced to be better. Now the ISO go up to 204,800 ISO. To be honest, at this maximum ISO, your picture probably looks like a pizza. But for me, if with 25,000 ISO you get a clean result or really usable result, That's fine, so good news. Many people want different aspect ratio. Before you had only 3:2 and 1:1, which is square, but now they've added 3:2, 4/3, 16/9, and 1:1. So good news for these people who don't want to have just one aspect ratio, but to have several, so that's good. Now let's speak about internal memory. The version 3 had a 2 GB internal SSD. In case you would fill your card, you could keep shooting. But here it's a big step ahead. 53 GB internal. That's great. It fits about 700 pictures in RAW format, so that's really good. They wanted to have a camera that would be thinner, so they removed the SD card. Now it's micro SD. I know some people will say, I don't like micro SD, they're small, you can lose them easily. Yeah, but probably you will never use any. You will use your 53 GB of internal memory. So yeah, unless you want to have a backup of your picture, or you have the RAW file on the SSD and the JPEG on the card, I don't know. But most probably you will never put any card in there, so that's fine. There's a new battery. It has a better capacity of plus 25%. Honestly, it was needed because the autonomy of this camera was really small. It's still short, but it's improved. We're going to go back after to that. There is a new anti-static filter on the sensor. As I explained, sometimes some dust could get in. So for them, they need everything to make sure they don't attract dust, and they also clean it. Okay, so that's a good point. There's a new communication system called GR World. In 2025, every intensive user think that they need to be connected to the internet, to their smartphone, to be able to upload the picture straight away or send it to a newspaper or whatever. So that's good that they've created something better for this. They've improved it, so that's really good. There's a new quick visualization of your pictures. I don't know what it means. I didn't test the camera yet, so we'll need to see. They've added the P mode with auto exposure. P mode, it means you can actually, it will, if you're properly exposed, you can change aperture. It will automatically compensate on the speed, or vice versa. So you can do it now. There is a new snap priority feature to optimize the depth of field, as explained before. So now that's new, you have quick access, is better. Then on film simulation, they've added the mode for video. You can tune the grain, the black and white, the positive, the negative. So these are about the changes. But still, maybe you don't know the GR3 or the GR2 or the GR philosophy. So I'm going to give you a few more pieces of information. Video, as I said, only Full HD 60p. And the maximum recording time is 25 minutes or 4 GB. Depending on the image quality you select, the file will be larger or smaller. So in case you get to there, you just stop recording, well, it will stop by itself, and you start recording again, no problem. New ultrasonic DR2 sensor cleaning. The speed from 30 seconds to 1/4000th of a second. But one thing, this is a leaf shutter. That means that the time it takes to travel from maximum aperture to close like this it takes some time. So when you're maximum aperture of 2.8, the maximum speed is 1/2500th of a second. When you're 5.6 is 1/4000th of a second, which is logical. This happened exactly the same on the Fujifilm X106, for example. This is typical of leaf shutters. That's logical, that's the way it is. The bulb mode up to 20 minutes. It also has integrated ND filter, only 2 stops. I say only because of my Fujifilm X106 that has 4 stops, but it's true, it has a maximum aperture of f2. This one is f2.8, which is half the amount of light. So I think 2 to 3 stops is the logical thing for it, so I think 2 stops is fine. There is no integrated flash. Some people will complain, they feel that a flash is necessary, but honestly, that small flashes, they give a really ugly light that can save you, but honestly it doesn't look good. So I'm happy they removed it, and you have an optional GF2 flash that is a bit bigger, you put on the hot shoe, and then you have a flash. Even if it's a small flash, still everything compact, but I think it's more efficient and will probably give a bit better light quality. Not wonderful, but a bit better. As it is a lift shutter, you can synchronize your flash at every speed. So that's great. You make an outdoor picture, you want to cut ambient light at 1/4000th of a second, and that's possible. You will not get this black fringe that covers part of almost all your picture because it doesn't synchronize. In this case, it will synchronize at every speed. You also have bracketing, obviously, you have time lapse, and you can also develop your RAW in the camera. Yeah, some people, they're traveling, they don't have their computer with them, they still want to shoot in RAW file, they need to get the JPEG, you can process it in camera, so that's good. Let's go back to the battery. It will give you 250 pictures or 240 minutes of video. Honestly, 250 pictures is ridiculous to me, okay? But the GR3 was even less. But when you speak to a GR user, they'll tell you the same thing. So what? I get a spare battery in my pocket, what's the problem? I prefer to have a small camera than to have a larger battery and a larger camera. Well, fair enough, there's nothing I can tell about this. The size, 109.4mm by 61.1 by 32.7mm, and the weight, 262 grams with battery and memory card, if you put a memory card. That's lighter than my smartphone, so honestly, this is amazing. Okay, so first, I'm surprised how Ricoh has been able to have a product that was, for me, a product that was complicated to improve for what it has, and they still made some improvements, and that's great. And changing sensor and changing lens is not a small improvement, that's something serious. So honestly, I think Ricoh user will be really happy about that. Ricoh GR user, they will love that because these improvements do better the experience using this camera and the image quality. So I think they will love it. For other like me, we probably will say, well, that's not much, that's not this, that's not that. But I think, and I speak for myself, Eric, you must understand that this is a niche camera and they are thought for one type of user. If you are not this type of user, you will see everything wrong with this camera. So luckily, when I tested the GR3, I think the quality was good, but I didn't like the camera, no viewfinder. But actually, you realize that that's not the thing. GR user, they want that, so they're happy with that. If you don't match what they offer, that's not for you. That's not, period. There's nothing to criticize. I should not criticize because the results are good. So it's thought for a type of photographer who want that kind of camera. And I think they will love it. They will even like it a lot better than GR3 because of this small fine tuning that leads this camera to perfection. For some people, perfection would be weather sealing. But then you speak to a Ricoh user and say, does this make the camera larger? Yes, I don't want it. For some people it would be 4K video. Does this make the camera larger? Yes, it does. I don't want it. So that's it. I think if you are a Ricoh GR user, you will love it. And if you are not, maybe not. So I think the GR3 was a big success, even better success than GR2. And I think this one is going to be even more successful because there are some people like me who've been watching what other Ricoh users are doing and learning on how to use it, seeing the philosophy, understanding better. And this way I'm a lot less negative about the GR4 than the GR3. Why? Because I start to understand how they use it. And I was not, or I am not the right person for that camera. But I could be. But right now, or just before, I was not. So I'm really eager to test it in my hand. I think the feeling will be the same with the GR3 that I was not happy about because of myself, not about the camera. And maybe I've got a slow process in my mind of getting used to things. And I think probably I will see it in a different way. The big question is, will there be a new GR4X also with 40mm instead of 28mm equivalent full frame? I don't know. I hope it will, because I think there is a market for that. But honestly, I'm surprised they've been able to better this. For me, that was it. And it took 7 years, so it was really it when it came out. It was really far ahead and well done and well thought, but they could still improve it in the Japanese way. Fine-tuning, getting things slightly better, for them is the closest you get to perfection. Even if you don't reach it, you get closer and closer every time, even if it takes years. And this is a philosophy many of us we have difficulty to understand. Okay, so great that Ricoh has created this camera, and I hope many people will love it. It will be available from September 15th, but you can already pre-order, so I'll leave you links in the description where you could buy it. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button on here and a small bell. If you click on the bell, we'll get notified when I upload a new video. My website, Gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I'll remind you I've activated a new version of my member area. It's no videos, just to help me, and you get a small star next to your name, and I answer your question with priority. I'll also leave you affiliated links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skylum, there is a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% on top of any offer they have, so still place it and you save some money. Also with ERIC20 on K&F website, where you have many photography accessory like the one of K&F Concept and other brand, you get 20% discount, so use it and you save some money. Thank you so much. I'll also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.